to what extent can karma be understood?
Is karma the word or the reality?
Karma is the reality, yeah, intention.
Okay. If you just want something like food and we just sit still, can that be food for us?
No, there is intention which makes it happen, yeah.
So can we say that that is Cetana or will to do?
Yes.
So it depends on the level of Cetana. For example, it arises with each citta, not with lopa or dosa. So it has no will to kill or to do anything. Yet, as we take it for healing, teaching, or whatever is there, that's why we have to understand the nature of each reality when it's so very slight and when it's stronger until it's conditioned such a deed. Without willing or intention, can anyone be killed?
No.
That's right. Just having anger, slight or stronger, without that intention to kill, can they be killing?
No.
So we can understand when it's just a reality which has its function different from others. Each reality is different. That's why Cetana is not Phassa, it's not Vedana, it's not Sanya. So we learn about what is the function of Cetana, which arises with each citta. When we talk about each, it means each different one. For example, at moment of seeing right now, Cetana is not at level of doing something like writing or walking at all. Is that right? But there has a reality which arises to perform its function, to coordinate the other reality which arises bigger to do or to perform their functions, no matter what, seeing, memory, sanya, or vedana, or manasikara are there. That's why we learn to understand the different moments, that very slight moment like attachment to the self or to the being or to ignorance. It's not as when something which is so strong has done, see? That's why I begin to understand Cetana as a reality. It's there. That's why without the deed which has been done, can there be any result?
No.
So we can understand the strong will to do something, speak something, wholesome or unwholesome, by such reality. Is that right? Even there is attachment, but no will to take it to be ours without being allowed. See? And so on. We can understand the very, very coarse moment of ill deeds or unwholesomes, little by little, that what is there as different one. For example, right now, there is memory. Remember what is there appearing, who knows? So that is a reality which is not Cetana. We use the Pali term to differentiate the characteristic and the function of each reality. So Cetana is not marks or remember, but the will to do or to coordinate the other realities arising together to perform their functions. A little bit understanding of a reality which is not attachment or aversion. Otherwise, nothing is done. It urges, it coordinates what is there now done, no matter seeing, hearing, speaking, cooking, or whatever. And just want something, but not steal it. Is it different?
Yes.
See, depending on what are there together with Cetana, it is the one who acts or coordinates the others to perform their functions. For example, it can be known as intention to do something. It's not just attachment or aversion or kusala.
Yes, because we can have attachment to something, but we don't do anything. But the bad deeds are rooted in attachment and aversion, presumably very strong.
Otherwise, it is just the accumulation from moment to moment to condition stronger and stronger attachment or aversion. And then Cetana is different each moment, each level. So now, no doubt about Cetana, it's there with every citta.
Yes.
That's why it is kamma paccaya, condition to condition the results. And what are the results? Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, birth, death.
But can that be known by direct experience, that seeing is the result of a deed?
At moment of having such strong Cetana, can the other reality appear?
No.
And at moment of just irritation, it's not that level of strong anger. Can the strong anger or whatever is there of that degree appear? So we know that it's just light or it's very strong. Whatever is there can be directly experienced, not by any